Hello everybody and welcome back to, I believe, part 11. In this part, because we're working on the in-game menu, it might be also beneficial to create an actual HUD for us to use as well. This will become more apparent later on in the tutorial series. But for now, we've got the box background, button hover, button press, button normal. I'm going to need a couple more textures, I think. Now, if I go... status bar. I do believe I had another texture in here somewhere. No, it's not that. I do believe I used these two for it. Yeah, that's alright. Anyway, I'm going to add a new texture to my project. As a black transparent rectangle, so I'm going to put box to background, and it's a GUI, edit point and true color. You notice down here it's went transparent. Now I'm going to use this for a lot actually. But for now, in the game skin, I've got a box style right there. So I'm going to create another one, so I'm going to 5. I'm just going to call it box 2 style. And I'm going to change the normal, hover and active to box 2 background. Reason for this is I think it'll look a lot better with some of the in-game elements. So that's box 2 style. Now if I go up to our in-game window rect, I'm just going to put another one, GUI style, box 2 style in here. Let's see how that looks without actually adding much. Yeah, that looks a bit weird. So let's go down here and let's remove the borders because it's quite a large texture itself. It might be better if I remove them all. No, that's not. It's a bit finicky, you gotta play around with it, see what find the best all-rounder. Might be better if I do 12 actually. It might actually turn up absolutely horrible. No, that's good. Now I've got the corners looking the way I want them to. A little menu in there. What we're going to do is we're going to create some vitals. I think I'm going to start off with food. Let's see, hunger bar and a health bar, and I'm going to do it so they affect each other. What I mean by that is, up here, I didn't go through this as much as I like in the last tutorial. However, what we did up here is because when you're creating a new window, it's not like any other, like the box or anything. you actually have to state that it's a private rect up here, and then give it a name, and then you've got to state that it's a new rect and its dimensions. The constant int, what that is it's a constant variable that will never change. I've set it to 0 and that will never change. And the reason for this is each window needs a separate ID, completely different from the previous one. So my next window will be 1, then 2, then 3, and because it's an integer, it starts at 0. And I've made that a constant, so when you're running the game, it won't change at all. Now, as we continue down, we've got the show in game menu, we've got the window rect, and we're stating now that it's actually a GUI window. And we need the ID, the rect, which is the in-game window rect, and then we need the function name here. And the reason why we didn't need to cast this function name on GUI on its own is because it's been cast inside this string of code here. The next one is the name of the window. We kind of have it in, we haven't got one in, but we could put in-game menu or something like that. And then after that, after the comma, it is the style, the GUI style. Under here, we've got the in-game menu display. This is our function. Because our ID is an integer, we need to cast it as an int, and then our ID. And because we've made it constant int, we just need this name. And then inside here is all of the buttons, and because it's inside a window, it takes the window space. So I could put 10, and that's 10 in the window space. Just like this is the height of the window space as well. And because of this, instead of using screen.height or width or anything, you need to get the rect width and height, or the window width and height, sorry. So you need to put in-game window rect dot width or dot height, and then you work it out that way, similar to how you do the screen, except you're just doing it by the window now. But anyway, with all that said and done, let's go up to the top. Let's create some functions. Well, I want the health to regenerate, but only under certain conditions. But I also want the hunger bar, sorry, to go down when just through time. And there's a few ways we could do this, but I think probably the best way to do it is, firstly, we need the texture, so we want to do a public texture 2D, and then player health bar. And then what we want to do is a public float. These can be private or public. It doesn't matter. I do it public so that I can edit it in real time while I'm playing the game, and I can notice the changes there. I do a public float cur health equals 100, because it's not yeah, it is a float, but because there's no decimal places, you don't actually need to put the F on the end. So we'll do a public float max health, and I'm going to do that 100 as well. And then what we want to do is this, I don't really want to change in editor, so I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to do a private here, float underscore health regen rate, and I'm going to put it as 0.4f for now. And then we can do another public variable, actually, public float health bar length. And we're not actually going to give it a set length at the moment, but under this we're going to need another one, so we're going to do a public texture 2D player hunger bar, public float underscore cur food, or rather, yeah, food, equals 100. Public float, it's got max food equals 100. Public float and hunger bar length, like we did before. And then we're going to do a private float underscore hunger deplen speed. And because the way I'm going to do it, I don't want them to lose too much food too fast, so I'm going to put it as 0.2. Probably be the best, actually. Now what I want to do is probably underneath the on GUI, actually underneath the update function, because we're going to be needing the update function in a minute. So we're going to public void adjust current health, and we're going to call it int adj for adjust. And what we're doing is we're setting an integer value to adjust. This is only for this function, so I can, in another function which you'll probably see later, well you will see later, sorry, for the current adjust current hunger, you will actually see me use int adjust again, because it's a separate function. It's treated as the int adjust is treated as a separate int, because these are only for this function. Now what I want to do is I want to do cur health plus equals adj. Now what I want to do is if cur health is less than 0, it's just setting up so your health can never dip too far below 0 or too high, really. So we're going to do cur health equals 0. Now if cur health is greater than max health, cur health is equal to max health. Now what I do is it's probably good for this. If max health is less than 1, max health is equal to 1. Just so the max health can never dip below 1, so the player is always alive. And then we're going to do health bar length is equal to screen dot width divided by 9. And then what I want to do is I want to times it. Oh, that's wrong. It's got to be in brackets here. I want to times it by cur health divided by, and then we need to typecast this as float, max health. Now with that one done, time to move on to the hunger. So I want to do a public void adjust current hunger. I'll do that int adjust again. And now cur food is plus to equal to adj. So I mean, it really doesn't matter. Now if, let's go cur food, that's food, is less than 0, let's go curve food is equal to 0. If let's go curve food is greater than underscore max food. Let's go curve food is equal to max food. That's health, not food. I don't know why I've got underscores in the max food and curve food. They're public. I'll just delete them out now. Now what I want to do is, this is where we're going to do the degeneration of the food. So what we do is, if curve food is equal to 0, cur health, that's health, minus equals 0.2f times time dot delta time. Delta time is different depending on your frames a second, your performance of your computer. This is a local performance really, and even if you lag, the time will lag with you, it won't carry on without you. What I do is I do if curve food is greater or equal to, I'm going to say 85, so 15%, because this is the regeneration. So if the current food is above, or is equal to or above 85, your health will regenerate if it's going to be below, if the current health is below the max health. So I'm going to do, and cur health is less than max health, cur health plus equals underscore health regenerate times time dot delta time again. Now with those two done, we're going to need to do if max food is less than 1, max food equals 1. And then to top this all off, we'd do hunger bar length is equal to screen dot width divided by 9 times curve food divided by, and I'm going to type this as a float again, we're going to do max food. Now when it's done, we can now go into the update function, and we're going to set it to adjust current health. I should put 0 in here, and adjust current hunger, and a 0 in there too. And now we're going to draw the vitals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, and we want them displayed on the screen at all times, and we're going to do a box behind. So what I want to do is we're just going to public void vital display. We will change this into a window because I have plans to do a toggle option in the options in-game, so you can make the hood draggable so you can move it wherever you want. But for now, we're going to do the box. So we're going to do GUI.box. It's a new rect. We want it 10 from the left. Screen.height. We're going to have two bars on top of each other, so I think 84 will work rather well. 260 wide and 74 high, because we're going 10 from the top. We don't want to call the box anything, however we do want a GUI style. It's box to style, if I remember correctly. Now the box done, we can now get to adding our stuff in it. So with that done, we need to do a GUI.label. There's a new rect. 20. It's minus 84, so we want to do screen.height minus 74. I do believe I had the box 84, yes I did. 74. I'll do at least the text 75 wide and 32, because I'm going to have the actually the label is could be 25. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to call it health. That one done. We're going to do a GUI.draw texture. It's going to draw the texture to our screen. We're going to do a new rect. It's going to be 115 from the left. I did that 10 from the top, and I want it in line with each other. So I want to do screen.height minus 74. And then we're going to do health bar length. And do that 25. And then what we need to do is we need to say player health bar. Now what we can do is we can actually copy this now. And then we can put it underneath. Instead of this, we're going to put hunger. And it's 20 from the left, that's correct. So we'll do it 35. Well, actually, we could do it 42. Yeah, 42 would be better. So it will be 32, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to be hunger bar length. And that's player player hunger bar. There we go. And that should... Oh, I need to copy vital display into GUI, don't I? Vital display. That should, if I've done everything correct, not give me an error. Oh, hunger to plan speed. Whoops. That should be hunger to plan speed. Health and hunger, oh, you've got a null reference. We need to add the textures now. So we click main camera. You notice all the stuff we just added. I'm going to do the player health bar as a lovely green. Actually, no, I'll do the hunger bar as a green. And the health bar as a blue bar. Click play, it should. Oh, it's a bit low, I think. Yeah, it's definitely a bit low. I think that's because I've got too much of a gap between them. Minus 42? Would that work? How well will that work? That's much better, there we go. Although it's still something not quite right about that. But we've got health and hunger bar in, and as you can see at the moment, it's not really doing much. So what we're going to do is we're going to close off, we're going to go click game, and we're going to untick the maximize on play, click play. As you can see, the box is going to stay the same size. That needs to change. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the max health to 35. As you can see, the current health and the max health is working together, and you can see the health bar slowly increasing. If I change the, and you notice the hunger's taking a long time to go down. That's kind of how we want it. We don't really want it too big, but when we do the whole window, we'll be setting the absolute size of that window, so it can't be any smaller. It will always stay that size. And that's our health and hunger bar done. What we will do is we're going to use the similar methods later on to make our ammo count, and we're going to use this adjusting the current bar for achievements, because we're going to have, I'm going to make to begin with 2 types of progressional achievement. There's going to be one where you just need to do something and it unlocks the achievement, and the second one will be, say, let's press the number key, the letter P 5 times. You can have a status bar that adjusts according to how much you actually need to press the button. And when you keep pressing P, you see the progression bar go up, and when it hits the end, the achievement will unlock. And we'll even do some pop-up windows to let you know you've got the achievement probably top middle of the screen. But anyway, I've been T-Junkie, and thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.